Wayne, I had to stretch, man. I was sick of cramping.
Is this like a new stretch routine, or
Yeah, I'm trying to get a good stretch in after every practice. I think it's the right time to get a good stretch when you're already, pretty warm.
what was this practice like? I mean, it felt hot to us, and we were trying to find the shade and not
Yeah,
play
it was
football.
a grinder today. It was just one of those days. One of those camp days. We call it the dog days. So just one of those days you go through, and we got better today as a team. That's for sure.
Ronnie, there's obviously a lot of attention on this offensive line with all the starters that you guys are replacing. How much of that kind of outside perception, the noise, do you pay attention to?
Absolutely none, personally. And I'm pretty sure, my guys in the room are the same way. Having new guys on the line, that's nothing new to Baltimore Ravens. I think every year played with at least a couple new guys every year. So this is the time where we're building our chemistry and getting better as a unit.
How much does the offensive line kind of put on its back? I mean, if Lamar isn't protected, if the blocking isn't there for the run game, it all kind of breaks down. So, it's imperative for this offensive line to play at a high level. Is that kind of the mantra in your room?
Yeah, I mean that's always the mantra. We know we're the start of it all. We're the tip of the spear. So us and the D line, we're the ones setting the line. So we set the tone on both sides of the ball, and we take pride in that and knowing that we can help LJ make all these fantastic plays that he does, and we can make these things easier for him, give him less anxiety to where he can really perform at the highest of levels.
Ronnie, I've seen you talking to Andrew in the offensive line corner there, and it seems like you maybe are mentoring him a little bit. Can you talk about your relationship with him?
I think Andrew's great. I mean, ever since he's gotten here, he's been a student of the game and just been trying to learn. Even the times he couldn't really be on the field in practice, he's been in all the meetings. He's been here throughout all the off season. And, I come out, I'm very impressed with how fast he's learning things, how fast he's getting up to the speed of the game, how good of a shape he's in. And everything is, moving really fast for him, but he's also adjusting really fast, and he's getting better and better every day.
Following that up, in terms of stunt handoffs and whatnot, tackling on your side, has he been good with those?
Yeah, I think, there's going to be struggles in, passing off twists, and that's why defensive line run those twists because we have to be on the same page, tackle and guard. And every single time we've run it every day, he's getting better and better. And gives me confidence as a tackle knowing that, the guard's going to make sure he's stopping the penetration, vice versa, each way it comes.
Is there any kind of kinship with Andrew, with you having had a season where you basically had to miss most of it because of injury, and obviously him coming off of that with the ACL? Is there any kind of extra ground there for you guys to build along?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if there was, that probably happened during his injury.
Right.
It was probably more when he was going through the rehab process, but now we're just talking about football. We're not really talking about injuries, and he's not complaining about anything. He's been full go. I think everything's been good from that perspective. But yeah, right now we've just been focused on football.
Ronnie, how important has it been for you personally to be out here every day practicing it consistently?
It's been great, just being able to come out here. I go through the same sorenesses as everyone, but to be able to come out here and, work through it and be able to perform day after day, in these hot days against, our great defense is it's very affirming to me, reaffirming to me.
You're a motivated guy after last year and the injuries and all this stuff. I mean, is it fair to say that this is the most motivated that you've been?
Yeah, I would say that's pretty fair. I mean, I think the last couple of years have not been my best, and I haven't really been happy about it, since a long time, since I can remember as a football player. So I feel like I have a lot to prove to myself and just be the player I know I can be. And, they say there's no testimony without a test. So I'm very fortunate to just have the opportunity to prove myself and to prove that what I know I can do.
Last year, the last 4 ball games in particular, the play was up a significant notch, I thought, from the previous part of the season, including the playoffs I'm talking about now. Can you build off that? Is that something that you felt too in terms of your play going back to a significantly high level at the very end of the season?
I definitely felt it get better, but still not to the level where, I'm comfortable, where I come out of the game feeling, I feel like I played at the level that I'm capable of. So I still thought there was room to improve in that aspect. And, last year was tough just battling through, multitude of injuries and whatnot. And, things happen as part of the game. But right now, everything that I was feeling last year is not feeling. So it's been good. It's just like I said, just having the normal, sorenesses and aches. But other than that, everything is just pretty solid.
In terms of like feeling like you're playing up to your potential, I know it's only practice, but there's been a few padded practices. Do you feel like you're kind of playing past that point last year?
Oh yeah, I feel like I'm already playing better than I was at any point last year, for sure.
Who have been the biggest headaches to block out there in practice?
I mean, Dafe is always a headache. Matabike is always a headadeake. You got Jabo on the outside. You got Kyle on the outside. Those guys are always, they create different problems. They're all great at different things, and they got a great coach there, giving them great advice. So it's been good. It's been good to get all these reps and just learn from each rep.
How important is this part of camp for a guy like Roger with, having to make that jump from, Pac-12 football to NFL football and seeing guys in pads? What's it like right now?
He's going through, those same things that any rookie would go through, just adjusting to the speed, and, learning the new plays and whatnot. And as those things come along, the game will just slow down for him. But, all in all, Roger's a pro. He's a pro football player, and he definitely belongs in the NFL. I see it in the way he prepares, the way he thinks about the game, his IQ, and just his tenacity, the way he's, not scared to go after blocks, and he does it in a controlled way.
Is ball hawk Marlon Humphrey any different in the locker room than non-ball hawk Marlon?
I think Marlon Humphrey's the most authentic person you'll ever meet. So whatever you see from him, that's how he is all the time.
All right, thanks, Ronnie.
Thanks, Ronnie.
No problem.